Oh, snap. It's 7 o'clock. Oh, come on. This can't be happening. Come on. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is now, man? Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live Cloud Radio Show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio is live on your dial right this moment from 7 until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis. Got my man Monk Money holding it down, man. What it do?
Man, same old. You know how we get down, bro. You know how we do.
Right. I already know how we do, but we want to let everybody else know how we do. You feel me?
Right. For sure.
Yeah. It's been a long week, man. I say this every week, but it do be a long week, man. It's been a long week since the last time we was on air. So I want to see what's been going on with you. But before we jump off into that, of course, Social Media Thursday. So if you got social media, make sure you hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. All right, so that's Real Monk Money or myself at Hood Howard Stern. All right, hit us up on either one of those because we got social media. Even though Monk Money don't tweet or Instagram as he should, it's okay. You can still hit him up though. That's all good.
Right, for sure. I'm sorry.
For sure. Also at the end of the night, man, we got our special musical guest, my man Mike the Dizz. Dog, this track right here though that I'm gonna play at the end. Dog, he from Detroit. That's all I gotta tell you. And I'm gonna say is you know what? I ain't even gonna tell you no more. The song fire though, dog, for real. And I ain't just saying that because I'm from Detroit. I ain't just saying that. You know what I'm saying? But the song dope though. You know what I'm saying? So we'll check my man out the end, dude, Mike the Dizz. If you see him on Instagram and on Twitter, I already gave you his handle on Instagram, so you make sure you check him out. You can check out all the rest of his videos too. But my money, man, what's been good with you, bro, since last week? You feel me?
Oh man, too much of nothing, man. You know how I do. I keep it low to the ground like an ant, bro. For sure. But ain't nothing really major, you know what I'm saying, really happen, I don't think, man. One thing I'm excited about taking my son to the aquarium at Great Lakes Crossing, bro. I heard it's amazing.
Wait. Is it an aquarium at Great Lakes Crossing?
Yeah, and I heard it's amazing.
Damn, I've been going that long? I didn't even know that.
Yep. When they say it's off the chain, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice experience for the kids, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
And for the adults, you know what I'm saying, too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's huge.
Yeah, that's kind of fly. I didn't even know that, though. Like, how long has it been out there, you know?
It's been out there. I think it's been out about a year.
About a year?
Yeah, about a year. You know what I'm saying? They finally got it up and cracking. You know, I think it was out there last year. People didn't know about it, but it's out there, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I heard it's a great experience for the kids and yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm excited about it,
man. Hey, make sure you take some pictures, bro. I know you don't be Instagramming a lot other than Pancake Monday, but when you get there, take some pictures. I want to see it. I want to see the aquarium. That's fly.
Bet, no problem, dog.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, real quick though, shout out to Gigi, man. Just hitting me up, said she checking in. Ironically, from the Plantation.
Right.
Yeah, so shout out to all the people on the Plantation checking out E-Block Radio, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gigi. I ain't heard from her in a while. I think she forgot what time the show come on or something.
I'm glad she remembered us today, though.
Yeah, for sure. That's what she said too. I remember today. That's what's up. Yeah. So what else going on though? Or actually, when are you doing that?
What's that?
The aquarium.
The who?
Aquarium. What are we talking about?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow or Saturday. I got the next 2 days off, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, okay. Hold on, wait. You got 2 days off in a row?
Bro, it's gonna be a fire when I come down there, boy.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
You silly.
2 days off then, 2 days off, you know what I'm saying? No.
Right. I can't believe that, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm going to take this and run with it. You feel me?
Right, because it don't happen often.
It don't happen often, for real.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't seen the Batman Superman movie?
No, man.
I'm surprised.
I've been getting mixed reviews, bro.
I heard the shit was whack.
Man, I've been getting like a whole lot of mixed reviews, bro. Like, all from the younger crowd was telling me it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, older crowd niggas be telling me like, yeah, I give it like a 7. They was giving it like 7. So
the shit ain't that good then, because you know, usually I expected that shit to be legendary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The last few superhero movies or comic movies rather, shit they've been straight. Like even the Netflix shit, man. I just gotta say real quick, dog, Daredevil is the shit, man. I love that shit on Netflix.
Yeah, bro.
But they've been doing good. So I heard about that. I haven't watched it though. Yeah, but yeah, so you've been hearing the same thing though. Like it's probably not really that good.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Jessica Jones, I've been watching her too. She's been pretty good. That's what I've been on her lately. You know what I mean? So
okay.
So I've been catching up with episodes with her. And you know, this other show called Black Sails I want to check out.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That's like a pirate movie or some shit, right?
Yeah. So I want, you know,
I ain't up on that.
I'm at shit like that, like the pirates and the Vikings and all that. You know, really love that type of stuff. So I figured I was a Viking back. You know, I could have been a Viking back in the day.
You still on that shit, man?
Man, for real. don't want to believe me, bro. I could have been plummeting villages and shit. That was me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Coming through.
I'm a fucking Viking. Hey, was it? I mean, because you watching that shit right now. Was it any black Vikings?
Nope, I ain't seen one yet. No.
I think they forgot about us and all kinds of shit.
A long time and everything. I'm sure back in the day there was a black dude somewhere.
Right.
You know how we pop up into shit, you know?
Yeah.
We just got our hands on rugby.
Right. I ain't fucking around with no rugby, though.
Yeah, they just got our hands on rugby and they going crazy.
Right. Some niggas out there just doing too much, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it to them, though, because I ain't fucking around with it.
Right. It's like football without the pads, almost.
Right. Hell yeah. Fuck that. I'm straight on that. Right. Once you play football with pads, bro, you ain't trying to do that shit no more.
Yeah, no.
Niggas getting their teeth knocked out. I'm good on that, bro.
Right. I'm straight on that. I need them.
All right, for sure. So shit, that's really about it, huh? You ain't really did nothing too much this last 7 days, huh?
Man, exactly nothing.
Yeah. Shit, sometimes it's good though. Shit, sometimes it's good just to relax and chill for a minute. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta breathe in the air. Shit, I feel you.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta relax. Sometimes that's what people problem is. They don't know how to relax. You know what I'm saying? Take a deep breath and relax.
Shit, that's why everybody's so uptight.
Yeah. They need some of that bucket in their system.
Is that what it is? Yeah, put that shit on sale, man. We'll be billionaires.
Right. That on sale, we doing something. You feel?
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
But
what's up with you though?
Man, I kind of the same thing, man. Just been kind of low key with it, you know. I was just watching videos and reading shit, trying to figure out what the next move is, because you know, day-to-day life reminds you that it's definitely some bigger shit at play here. And I know we talk about shit like this every week. That's why this topic I'm so excited about. But we talk about shit like this every week. But the more stuff you start reading, the more information you start retrieving from back before, the more you listen to some people. I'm gonna tell you what happened real quick. This kind of got something a little bit to do with our topic, but I just want to say I was watching the Breakfast Club because I watch all these interviews. So I'm watching the Breakfast Club, and Dick Gregory is on there, which is funny. It's funny that he was on there. I couldn't really believe it, but he was on there, and he was just talking about all of this activist, shit from back in the day. Because, he's a comedian, but basically he's an activist too. But he was just talking about all of this stuff. He bringing up these classified files or declassified files now, headlines and shit like that, just proving the point of how the government is at play in so much shit that's going on. And it's funny because he's bringing all that shit about, and he's just saying, like, the information is there. Like, they telling you, you can see this information is there. Now it's just kind of up to us to realize that this ain't no bullshit. Like, you see that for lack of a better term, it's some fuckery going on. And I'm not sure exactly what it is. Right. But anyway, I'm not going to get too far into that until we get to the subject. But yeah, I've just been watching interviews. I watch Breakfast Club most of the time, but then I like to watch Sway in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I watch Big Boy's Neighborhood. I'm trying to just figure out some new ways to do our shit. Just honing my craft, that kind of thing. But outside of that, man, I really ain't been doing too much. Still got back to work on this book. This idea that I came up with, which, like I said, at this point, until I get a little bit further into it, I'm not gonna give all the details, but it's gonna be pretty deep. Kind of obviously about some of the shit that we've been talking about lately. So, but you'll get to see that in a couple months. But shit, other than that, man, that's really about it. If you're in the Aurora or Denver, Colorado area, though, next Saturday at the Apex Sports Lounge, E Block Radio will be sponsoring a live performance by Kayla Ray, which is a singer from Colorado Springs out in this area. So if you're in the Colorado area, make sure you check out that event. It's the Apex Sports Lounge in Aurora, Colorado, next Saturday. That's April the 9th from 7 until 10. So come through and check that out, man. And you know what I'm saying? We sponsoring that joint. Or not sponsoring. Yeah, that is sponsoring. Yeah, we sponsoring that joint. In part, we're sponsoring in part because there's other sponsors. Like, we're not the only one. But E Block Radio will definitely be in the building, so that's gonna be kind of gangster right there.
And we're gonna be in the building.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna be in the building. The whole crew. That's kind of gangster though. I can dig that. Yeah. But outside of that, man, so that's really about it. I just got that popping off next week. So like I said, if you're in the Colorado area, make sure you hit us up. And then come through and buy all of us drinks because we sponsoring, so we can't afford nothing else.
All our money gone.
Right. And we might even have the T-shirts on deck if somebody actually go get the T-shirts and bring it up. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. We'll talk about that off the air.
Yeah.
But anyway, we ain't gonna spend too much time kicking it today because we got a for real topic popping off tonight. So we gonna jump off into that. If you've been checking us out on E Block Radio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, then you gotta know what we're talking about today, man. We're talking about Penitentiary. We're trying to figure out, is the Penitentiary the new Plantation? Don't forget, man, if you're on eblockradio.com right now, you can hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key if you ain't scared. So don't be scared because we're gonna talk some real shit today, and the government might knock our signal out or something, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you might not be able to hear us. That type of shit happen when you start talking that real shit.
Right.
But I guess we'll just jump right into it. I'm going to skip the commercials today, man. We're going to jump right into it. Don't forget, if you're on eblockradio.com, you hit us up right now, 760-283-4647. Topic on deck is the Penitentiary, the new Plantation. So, Monk Money, man, we all start with you, bro. So, what you think, man? The Penitentiary, the jail time. What is it? The new Plantation?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, everything is really the plantation, bro. Going to work, that's the damn plantation. You feel me? Basically everything, but that's definitely the hardcore, plantation, bro.
Right.
Definitely the hardcore one because there's so much shit going on around in there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, it's like the KKK put on badges and retired the white sheets. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of difficult. You know what I'm saying? Us being a black man, you know, living black man world, bro. I mean, I think they built those for us. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you know what I'm saying? To contain us. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted, bro. Like, there's definitely criminals, you know, out here, but come on, bro. There's far more worse criminals out here than what they is. You can go to jail for a crack cocaine. You can do years for rock cocaine, but you cannot. You can do 4 days for it when it's in this powder form.
4 days. I know what you're saying.
You feel me? Like, you know, who make crack? Like, you know, who honestly, you know what I'm saying, makes the crack, you know what I'm saying? And who honestly brings in the powder, you feel me? So, I mean, we look at that situation, bro, you know, how that built up, bro. I mean, like, it's honestly built for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, majority of them joints is filled with nothing but us, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
oh, for sure. We go get into that in a minute because, you know, I got numbers.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get it twisted. There's like, you know, more nationalities in that, but not more than it is us. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. and it's crazy that nobody ever looked at the numbers and like looks at it, bro. Like, you know,
you can't believe that. They know the fucking numbers. They know the numbers. Shit, it ain't no secret. They know exactly. They know the numbers. Yeah.
But we know. You know what I'm saying? We go by day to day living like ain't nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, blatantly in your face, bro. Like, you know, they have all kinds of incidents where you can get extra time for being a black man. You know what I'm saying? White crimes. You know what I'm saying? White collar crimes. Like, and it's crazy. Like, I'm gonna give you an example, bro. Kwame Kilpatrick. Okay.
Yeah.
He went to jail for doing all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Swindling money, you know what I'm saying? This and that and the other. Now, this nigga governor we got right now, this nigga killed Flint, half of Flint.
Right.
And he chilling, you feel me?
Oh, like, no, I definitely feel you.
And he just, he's like, ain't nothing going on. Like, he damn near murdered half of Flint, man. You know what I mean? Like, murdering the water, bro. Like, it's trickling down to all, you know what I'm saying? The D, you know what I mean? Like, the water is bad, bro. Like, and I don't understand how that us being surrounded by the Great Lakes, bro.
Yeah.
The Great Lakes, how can our water be bad, bro?
Because, you know, the water fucked up when it come out. It's all about the purification of it. You know what I'm saying? So when the infrastructure is all jacked up, which is the problem that's, you know, going on in Flint, the infrastructure fucked up, the pipes, and shit, like, because the water, basically, when it come out, is terrible anyway. Like, that ain't some shit you can just drink. But the process it's got to go through to get to your house, that whole infrastructure is fucked up. But the thing is, though, is that the infrastructure of most inner cities is fucked up. And when I say infrastructure, I mean that type of thing, the water, you know, the water purification, the way the water gets to you, bridges, roads, all that shit is infrastructure. Shit that's the worst inside the city. Now, of course, they say that the issue is that inside the city there's an overabundance of people. So the more people, the more traveling, the more usage, the quicker shit wear out. And that's how they keep you in tune and say that, you know, well, it's that way because of how much use or how many people are in that area. But the truth of the matter is that small rural areas where it ain't that many of us, I'm not certain that they have these same problems.
I'm for sure they don't have these same problems, bro.
Right.
The majority of them probably don't. That's some big ass jugs be in fucking big ass water tower they be having over on their property.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of those people, like, a lot of those farmer dudes, you know, they be conspiracy theories just as much as we are, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they be on theirs, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, I'm gonna grow my own food, you know what I mean? Like, basically, you know what I'm saying? So,
right, but you know, they got a hand in that too, though. So because of some, and this is something I just found out. But even though you're a farmer, like this some crazy shit though. Even though you're a farmer, the shit that you're farming, other than livestock, of course, but like shit that's gotta grow, like seeds and shit, right? Some of the seeds they use are pretty much patented by like companies. So even though they growing their own shit, they still getting seeds from somewhere else. Now the thing is, of course, I know that everything, it sounds great when people say things are organic, right? But is anything organic these days? Because at some point, something's manufactured. There's pesticides somewhere. It's something somewhere. And
one, dog, everything should be organic, dog. Anything come out the ground should be fucking organic.
Right, but right.
That's crazy.
Right, because the seeds ain't shit. The seeds getting manipulated. It's crazy thing. But just to put all of that into perspective, though, is just it's a control thing, and I think that's what penitentiary is. That's what jail is. Now, obviously, it's a lot of people in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, white people too. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's white people in there too. Now, for us,
they're the majority.
Right, they're the majority. So, but the thing is, to us, it looks different because we make up such a small percentage of the overall population, but such a large percentage, you know, in captivity. And I say captivity because I want you to understand the equation between prison and slavery. So I'm not gonna say incarcerated. I'm gonna say in captivity because it's the same thing. So I think that in this aspect, just to look at the numbers real quick, because I checked them out, so I probably need to go ahead and mention some of these. So, you know, from census numbers, which obviously who knows if these numbers are completely accurate, because all of these are pretty much government-generated documentation. But so in America, black people make up around 13 to 14% of the U.S. population, right? Now, inside the prisons, we make up between 37 to 40%. So that's almost half of the inmates in prison are black. But less than 25, way less than 25, less than 15% we even account for in America. So you gotta start believing that there's some kind of method to that. And, and for me, I just think it's just I mean, I can't really say it no other way. It's just new age slavery. Now, obviously, people do whatever they do to get put in prison. So I can't take that away. Like, you kill somebody, you sold dope, whether it was crack rock or cocaine, whatever, right? So you get to prison. But the thing is, though, is that there's no rehabilitation, there's no process. Because for the government and the businesses involved in jails, this is a job. Shit, putting motherfuckers in jail is a job. Right. Right. And shit.
Like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I keep hearing about that shit. Is that true?
Yes, bro. That nigga really invested billions in prisons, bro. Yes, bro.
I mean, on the money tip, I can't be mad about that. On him being a influence in the black community, then I can be mad about that. But then I think about it though. I mean, let's be honest. Jordan was a great basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Michael Jordan ain't ever fucked with us.
Never.
He ain't spoke up about black kids getting shot by police. He ain't did that shit. He ain't stopped motherfuckers from getting killed over his shoes.
Nope. He ain't even said one word about it.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, shit, Mike one of them.
You see how it felt like they still had race wars, race drafts? Yeah, we need to.
We trade the hell out of his ass.
Oh, we need to trade Michael Jordan, dog.
We trade that.
Trade that, bro.
And I keep the highlight films, though. I keep the highlight films. We can have him, though, as a person and shit. I watched the Hooper, but he ain't fucking with us anyway.
No, not really. Not at all,
right.
bro.
Not at all, for real. So, yeah, that's...
like, people get, like, and that's the thing, too. Like we were, like, crab in the bucket. Like, bro, once one person get there, they forgot they literally forget what they came from, dog. Like, and what their mama went through and what their great-great-grandma went through, you know what I mean? Like, they always say shit, chivalry is dead and slavery is dead and all that. It's not dead, bro. It's just like we don't acknowledge it as much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely some people like to keep their knee in that. I'm not gonna say white people. I'm saying some people because it's niggas too. Like they get
right.
Seriously, like they get to a certain point in a financial stance and boom, they just totally transform instead of, you know what I'm saying, trying to do something better for your community, bro. And that's why I have big ups to Beyonce and Jigga.
Yeah.
I at first, like, yeah, they're just a regular black couple, no, but they actually give back, you know what I'm saying? They give back, you know what I'm saying? They there when certain situations happen. You might don't hear about it, you know what I'm saying, just because. Like, a lot of stuff you don't hear about. You don't hear about the good things, you know what I'm saying, that's going on. You watch reality TV and that's supposed to be us. Like, no, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't actually put the good shit on there, you know what I mean? Like, the good that some people are doing out here, but they rather put on the ratchet shit out here, you know what I'm saying? And that portray us as a whole, you know what I mean? It's not like that, you know what I mean? But a lot of people feed off that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know, be something that they're not, you know what I mean? And just be who you are, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta. I don't understand, man. I really don't understand people nowadays, bro, especially our people, you know. We talk all this activist shit and, you know, pro-black shit, but when it come down to it, niggas ain't shit and they gonna do shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just retarded, bro. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they throwing up the black fist, you know what I'm saying? Probably don't even know what it means, you know what I'm saying? They throwing up the fist, don't even know what it actually means, bro. You know what I mean? So I just think, though, us as a people, bro, need to fucking just step it up. Like, we see it, dog. Like, it's there in our face, bro. Start acknowledging more, bro. Like, I mean, if the situation stayed like Martin Luther King and all of them happened, bro, we probably would have been in a better place. And that's one of the reasons why they assassinated them boys, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want it to be equality and equal for everybody. They want to keep their knee in your neck. So they build prisons all over the fucking world to stuff your ass in there for the minor crimes, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, the government is drugs. But they put your black ass in jail, they give it to you, and then turn around, catch your ass doing it, and put you in jail for some shit that they already gave you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Exactly.
It's out there. It's blatant. Like, it's out there.
And it's been out there. It's a system. It's a system. And look, I just got to say this, all right, because a lot of people aren't familiar with this, and it's the Willie Lynch letter, all right. So a lot of people are not familiar with this. Now this is like, you know, during slavery. This was an actual letter. All right. So the dude's name was Willie Lynch. This is an actual letter that he wrote to prospective slave owners to tell them basically how to create a slave. Now the crazy thing is this is ideology from the 1700s. Right. So this is. Like, y'all, this is hundreds of years ago, right? But look, I'm just gonna read an excerpt out of it real quick. All right. So one part says, "Let's make a slave," right? It says, "Let us make a slave. What do we need? First of all, we need a black nigger man, a pregnant nigger woman, and her baby nigger boy. Second, we will use the same basic principle that we use in breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors. What we do with horses is that we break them from one form of life to another. That is, we reduce them from their natural state in nature. Whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take care of their offspring, we break the natural string and independence from them, and thereby create a dependency status, so that we make them able to get, or we're able to get from them the useful production of our business and pleasure, right?
Yes.
This is the 1700s.
It's going right now.
This is the same thing, and this is the exact same thing. So that's what they do now. This is why I equated to a plantation, a penitentiary to a plantation, because this is the same thing. Now, just like you said, you got the black man, the black woman, and the black child, right? You said you break them apart so that they have to become dependent, right? So how do they break them apart? They keep your ass in prison forever. Yeah. So you never there with the woman and the child, and then the cycle just continues. It's a fucking plantation. It's the same shit. Dog. The exact same thing. And we're talking about 1700s. And for him to write that letter to prospective slave owners, then that wasn't no new shit then. Like, that was some shit he already knew. Like, shit, that's some shit that passed on to him.
Right.
Man, and it just keep trickling down, because we in a society where we get dumbed down, and as it said in his letter, we become dependent. And that's what happened. We became dependent on the system that don't fuck with us anyway. That's some crazy shit. Right. And then to add to that, like I said, to make them basically depend on us, and then we can use them for our business and pleasure, right? So think about what they're saying, right? So the business side of it is they making money off your ass. Our pleasure thing is they being entertained by all this foolishness.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's some crazy shit, right?
Crazy.
If you don't eat,
and my thing is, bro, like, and the swag that we have is all being taken away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and using for their own personal use, bro. Like, it's right. Crazy,
it is crazy, and I think the more, and see, look, this is the thing. Like, I was talking to Coco J about this earlier. Now, this is where you know there's some shit in the game, because Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all the Black Panthers and shit, right? Now, these were movements that was trying to get us to a certain place to where we could all be on one accord and understand the true power that we have, right? They shut that shit down, right? Shut that shit down
so quick.
But you got gangs in LA since the 60s and 70s that they don't fuck with them.
No.
Any gang rehab or any organizations trying to get niggas away from gangs and shit like that is our own community's work. They don't fuck with that because they don't care. They let you do that shit.
Definitely all day. They give you the permission.
Dog, they gave you the shit. They started it.
Definitely.
They started it because you figure in that area, you know what I'm saying, you had it wasn't the Panthers yet, but it was, you know, it was communities organizing together because police officers was whooping our ass and killing motherfuckers back then. So they was trying to get together then. So then they started putting their ass in jail, and then they started putting drugs into the neighborhood. Like, this is no different. No, this is no different than what they did in Africa, man. The fucking blood diamonds and shit. Dog, this is no different. I'm saying though, you got a bunch of niggas who run their own shit, and you got these motherfuckers come over here with some guns and say, "Hey, shit, they over in the motherfucking hut talking shit about you. Take these guns and go fuck them up." Then they go over there and fight each other. They stole all the diamonds. You know, just to put it in layman's terms, shit, right? This is the same shit. It's the same shit. And then we do organizations like the fucking Black Panthers, even right now, the Black Lives Matters movement and shit, and now we racist.
Yeah.
Man, get the fuck out of here, dog.
And they put it out there like it's all about the racism. People are tired, bro. Like literally tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like, I mean, I posted something on Facebook some long ago with this white girl. She was preaching, man. She was preaching. She was telling, like, look, they're not just saying Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? They saying, you know, basically all lives matter. But they just saying from the situation that we doing, from all this shit, like, look at us. Like, look what's going on with us. So it does matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people get it twisted about people saying that they're racist and this is another form of racism. And no, bro, it's not another form of racism, bro. You know, we've been getting beat down our whole fucking life, our whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we literally been getting beat down to the ground with a knee, and the knee just kept in our neck. You know what I mean? So a lot of people just get frustrated, and once you get frustrated, you're gonna form those kind of groups. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter. You know, you're gonna form shit like people like Martin Luther King. You're gonna form people like Malcolm X. You're gonna form those people because after so much ass whooping and whips and chains, motherfuckers want to say something. Like, exactly. I mean, don't get anger out of it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get twisted. Some of that shit is like built up anger. You know what I mean? It's not really racism like people think. It's really built up anger, bro. And, you know, and I'm never down, you know, because I got some of the coolest white friends that know this and says it to you and tell you this, like, bro, tell you it's fucked up, bro. Like, earlier today, I'm watching me and two other white dudes were watching this video about a dude that was two police officers was trying to contain this white guy, right? Okay. And he's on the ground, and he's not cooperating. He just get up like the Hulk Hogan and just start beating on him, bro. Like, seriously, like, they tasing this fool, bro. He's swinging on him, fucking him up, bro. They tased him like 4 times. He running around in circles and everything. Took him outside, took him on a trip, beating him up, like, firing on him, swinging on him. Now, one time a pistol got pulled out. They tased this guy 5 times. And all the motherfuckers that watched the video with me looked at me and said, dog, if he was black, bro, he would have been 86 as soon as he stood up.
Hell yeah. Already, he wouldn't have stood up. He wouldn't have got a chance to stand up. And that's what we're dealing with. And that's why I say it's most definitely a plantation. It's the whole system. Like, you break down the family, which is what the penitentiary does. Which, don't get me wrong, we doing shit to go to jail. We doing shit to go to jail. I ain't saying that shit. We out here doing some dumb ass shit. We doing shit to go to jail, but there's no real effort to break that cycle. Like, we trying in pockets. Like, we got small little organizations do this, do that, but there's no overall from the powers that be to stop you because they want you to go to jail. Because if you don't go to jail, then the motherfuckers who making money off this shit ain't go eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just like right now, I mean, just to give you an example. Now, it's currently it costs about an average of $23,000 to house a state prisoner for a year, right? Mm-hmm. So what they doing with all the people that's in there, because they got all this little fake ass shit that's supposed to be, you know, good for the inmates and shit. So all the communication and shit, you know, JPay, or when niggas making phone calls, all that shit, right? It's businesses that make money off of that. All right. Then you got of course, the bail industry, like bail bondsmen and all that shit, and then you got the law enforcement, you know, like the prison guards and all that shit, which most of them is getting paid off on some shit, and they all just on some corrupt shit anyway. And then you got the fake ass, like, supposedly like health administration. Like, they really got supposedly a health administration. The motherfuckers in here dying and going through mental illness and shit, but they got these $2 motherfuckers in here acting like they looking out for the prisoners. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, I guess some people be upset because the people in jail may have victimized, you know, them or, you know, their children or siblings, and I understand that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you still got to recognize what the system is doing. No matter how mad you are at the motherfucker who in jail for whatever he did, you know what I'm saying, or she did, you still got to look at how the system's fucking you. And even though you not the one inside, you still getting fucked at some point.
Some way, somehow.
Black or white.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when people frown up when I say shit like, you know, he might have, I mean, it probably sound ironic, but you say if a nigga kills somebody, still at some point, if you send them to this prison, is it supposed to be, like, what is it really? Because they sold it to us as rehab.
Yeah, like,
ain't nobody coming out that bitch rehab, dog. Nobody rehabilitated. You cage a motherfucker up and let him out. Dog, this is just, look, this is just like an animal, right? Let's say you get a dog and she get a stray ass dog. You put that motherfucker in the cage, don't feed him for a few days, then you come through and feed him something, right?
Yeah.
Now that nigga love you now because you just broke him down and then you showed him some love. So you open the gate, that motherfucker gonna run out, but he coming right back.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with the fucking prison. Shit, he coming right back. Like he don't know what else to do.
So long that they say, man, I need to go back home.
And it ain't funny. It's not funny. I swear to God, I'm laughing, but it ain't funny, man. But you're right.
Real talk. It's like, I got to go back home, bro. It's different out here.
Yeah.
They did it for so long.
So long, and you're not prepared. There's no real rehabilitation.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what people fighting for. Like, I seen my man Shaka Senghor. He actually from Detroit. You know, I seen him on Angie Martinez's show. He had an interview with Oprah, right? Now this dude spent 19 years in prison when he was like 18 or 19 from killing a dude. 7 years he spent in solitary confinement. Solitary, dog. That's 23 hours for 7 years, nigga.
Crazy, bro.
Don't you know that statistically they said in 30 days most people go some kind of crazy, like they get some kind of mental issue.
Yeah.
7 years, dog.
7 years.
And then you say, all right, your sentence over and the gate's open. The fuck is you gonna do? You've been in a solitary confinement for 7 years and the gate open.
Yeah.
To this shit out here that you don't know shit about. It done changed in 19 years. And here you go. All right. Basically what they say is, all right, we'll see you in a minute.
Right.
Luckily,
you'll be back soon.
Exactly. Luckily, he was one of them dudes that switched it up, though. And he said what happened with him is that he was on the inside, and to stop him going crazy, he just read like crazy. Just reading everything, just educating himself. He said, well, it changed himself, though, because he said he was still in that bitch wilding. So he said what happened was he got a letter from his son, because his son was a baby when he went in. And then he got a letter from his son, and his son he said he was thinking like, you know, he about to tell me about some basketball game or, you know, he missed me or some shit like that. He said he opened that motherfucker and he read it. And he said his kid was like, Mama told me why you in jail. Like, I know you a murderer. He was like, nigga. Like, when everybody else thought that, everybody else thinking that, you thinking that about yourself. But when your child say that to you, he said that shit changed his whole shit. And from that point forward, that he changed his whole shit. And he came out on a mission. He done wrote his book. He trying to get laws changed for inmates and shit because he know what he dealt with. Like, the thing is, like he said when he was on Angie Martinez's show, he said that he had been shot when he was 17. And what happened was he went back. They sent him back to the block. They stitched him up. He went back to the block. He started back selling dope and shit. He said a transaction went kind of wrong. One nigga he fucked with for real brought some extra nigga. He was like, no, it ain't going down like that. And he turned away from him. And he said he heard the dude jump out the car, like, you know, aggressively. So because he had been shot before, shit, he said he was scared. So he immediately just shot the nigga, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, he wrong, right? Because he murdered somebody, right? But you been shot when you was 17. And you ain't never had no conversation about that. Like, there's no counseling, nothing.
No, nothing. Stitch your ass up, send you out the door.
So, of course, when you feel like that's about to happen again, guess what you gonna do?
React fast.
You gonna react. Exactly. I mean, it's just
I've been shot too. You know what I'm
saying? Right,
like,
exactly. So now you feel differently about that shit.
Hell yeah. I don't like fireworks now. Like, I hate firecrackers. Yeah. That's not even funny. Like, but seriously, you want to either hit the deck or grab your gun, you know what I'm saying? And that's just been a dude that's been in shot. Like, veterans, they don't ever come back from some of the shit they've been through and seen, you know what I'm saying? And
exactly. And this is the same thing, though, but you don't get that kind of treatment, though.
No, you don't.
Right, no. For sure. Man, that's just some deep shit, though. We go, my fault, I was getting long-winded. I had Coco J on the line, and she wanted to say something, and I apologize, but I got deep off into my point, and I wanted to finish that point. So, Coco J, if you got a comment, hit that number 1 key again, because I wasn't sure, because I see you hit it and got off of there. So, I guess I took too long. I apologize for that.
Don't get no whooping.
Right. I apologize for that. So if you want to hit your comment, just hit that number 1 key again, so I know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean that's exactly what it is, and just like my man Yusef Shakur, right? Yusef I actually met at the Urban Network Cafe, right? He used to do spoken word down there. It was a bookstore. Like, so when he got out of jail, you know what I'm saying? He created this bookstore, and he said what happened was he had wrote a book. He said nobody would sell it for him. Like, he couldn't get no publisher, so he decided to open his own bookstore, and then that turned into basically a spot for the community. Like, he actually got back and gave back to the community. So it's a few times when people do come out rehab, but they have to do it themselves. The system don't do that shit. Because the system is there to break your ass, period. Yep. No matter how you look at it. Yeah. Break you all the way down. That shit crazy. I really thought that there if you had something to say. It's that number 1 key again.
It's really fun. Coco just pressed that number 1 key.
Right, hit that number 1 key. She was on for a long time, and I was too busy trying to get my point across, and I apologize for that. But anybody else who's on eblockradio.com right now, you got a couple minutes left. You can hit us up, 760-283-4647, and hit that number 1 key. I swear to God, I'm going to answer it this time. I just got long-winded because I just got passionate about that story. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the truth, though. And it's the way it's set up. Now, just to kind of bring it full circle for you, though, right? Back in the day, I'll tell you, probably 1840 something. Don't get me wrong, I ain't got the exact dates. I think it's right, 1845, 1846. Anyway, it's Dred Scott, right? So Dred Scott was a slave back in the 1800s, and his slave owner ended up moving to, I want to say, Illinois or something like that. It was a free state. And he ended up letting him go. Like, you know what? I'm cool, like, go live your life, right? You let him go. So him and his family is free, like, they free. So they go somewhere else and end up getting captured, you know what I'm saying, captured as they slaves. And so what they did, they tried to sue America, basically. They tried to sue the system for their freedom because at that point, they were free citizens. Wow. So long story short, they go through that for about, I want to say 10 to 11 years, right? Going back and forth through court. The court denied that shit. Said that you niggas are slaves. And the reason being is because the court ruled that as them being black, they wasn't really citizens of America anyway. So they was under no protection of the government or the federal laws. That's what that's the Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court, the one we live in today. Right? Same. I'm trying, man. Same one. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't moved nowhere, right? So all that shit went down. They basically slaves again because they basically telling you, like, you niggas ain't really citizens, right? Mm-hmm. So of course that go down. A few years later, the Civil War and Amendments 13 and 14 go out, right? So it makes us citizens now. Now, mind you, they done went through 11 years of that shit going back and forth, and then told that basically you're not American, right? So for another 5 or 10 years, this shit going on, and then you finally get the 13th and 14th Amendment that make us citizens and let black people vote and shit, right? So now you done ended slavery, right? But that Willie Lynch letter is still there.
Yeah.
So now that just means like, all right, we'll fix the Constitution, but we gonna figure out a way to get you niggas back here, and that's what the penitentiary is, a way to get you back there, to make you not an American citizen.
Everything is.
Dog, it's real tough. I think she's back now. We gonna go to the phone line before I get beat down.
Right.
Don't forget to be on eblockradio.com. You hit us up 760-283-4647. We shoot to the phone lines. I got Coco J. What up, though? 313-459. You on live straight from the E Block. How's your boy?
What up, though?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's about time. I'm glad you seen me this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I know you was into it, so it's
yeah, I was. Right.
But to go along with the topic, I would say yes. For one, well, going back to what you stated earlier, it's definitely a choice to go there. So you have to do the crime to do the time, right? Yeah. So
right.
That's definitely we're not going to brush that off. But once the prisoners are in there, I'm just going to say that I believe that the prison is like I told you earlier, the conversation we had earlier. Prisons is a multi-billion-dollar industry right now, and
for sure.
I say that not only because of the quantity of the prisoners, but also because they're what you call prison factories.
Right.
To where the prisoners, the work that they do, they're working for other outside companies to build this and build that. So not only are they making money off that, but those companies as well is making money and saving money because they don't have to hire outside the prisoners or go out elsewhere. So they're saving money with insurance. They're saving money with all that, sick pay and all that. So it's the government is definitely benefiting off all of this. So and that's why they don't care what happens to you after they're released, after you've been in prison for 15, 20 years. They don't care because you're no use to them now. That's how I look at it. Now, if you're mentally ill, if I'm not mistaken, if you're mentally ill and that was something that was, they had known that since when you was in prison, they will release you to like counseling sessions and stuff like that of that nature, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the bullshit counseling they got in there is the cheap ass labor medical people. Yeah.
Right. So it's definitely the penitentiary is something definitely similar to the slavery back in the day, and it had always been. And once again, it's nothing but a making money machine right now. And once again, the people choose to do the crime, so they have to do the time, and they're benefiting off of that though. So it's at the end of the day, it's just a money, and they're not looking to rehabilitate anyone. Unless you have a mental illness, and they barely doing that.
Right, barely.
So,
barely.
Barely.
Yeah.
All right,
so
thanks for the call, baby. I ain't mean to put you on hold so
welcome.
long. Sorry.
It's all good. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, appreciate you.
All right.
Of course, that's a beautiful Miss Coco J. Will be on live tomorrow. Shameless plug. He say, she say at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. But it's about that time to get up out of here, man. We're going to shoot to our musical guest, Mike Dizz, in a couple minutes. But, Money, we're going to go around one last time, man. Obviously, I know the answer, but, what you got to say?
I mean, it definitely is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? We as a people need to just open our eyes up and start paying attention, bro, and start focusing, bro.
For sure. Now,
they divide us with fucking religion. They would divide us everything, and then they keep us divided, man. These outsourcing, these companies make more money off you. That's buy more guns. You know what I'm saying? To fight each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just
exactly,
bro. And people don't see that, bro. So I just say, man, all people You know what I'm saying? Open your eyeballs up, man. Just pay attention, man. Just pay attention. Then tell me you feel the same way that you felt a year or two ago, bro. Like, open your eyes.
That's all you gotta do, because it's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah,
right
that's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's all I got to say, bro.
Now, on that tip, for sure, man, we're going to end out the show. But the Penitentiary, the new Plantation, definitely have to say hell to the yes. And as I mentioned before, this is the same kind of situation, all right, just like the Plantation was. Break up the family unit, which is what the Penitentiary does. And then at the end of the day, like there's no real option for rehabilitation. So all that happens is the cycle just redevelops each time. So of course you got people that's selling drugs and killing people, right? But there's no stop in that revolution, and it's just feeding the penitentiary machine, which is all the Plantation is anyway. And like I said, man, the Dred Scott case back in the 1800s or whatever. That whole thing right there, when the U.S. Supreme Court deemed that the black man wasn't a U.S. citizen anyway, they fought that shit and ended up enslaving him again. And then the Willie Lynch letter, where they giving you the tools to how to break a nigga down. I can't say it no other way. How to break a nigga down. That same concept is in play right now, and it's not going nowhere. So, yes, and by all means, the Penitentiary is the new Plantation, man. I want to thank everybody who checked us out today, man. Everybody that called in, everybody that checked us out, eblockradio.com. We got to get up out of here, man. We know I already ran it late because we got real deep tonight, man. But I want to thank everybody that checked us out. Don't forget, if you're in the Colorado area, check us out next week at the Apex Sports Lounge in Aurora. We will be sponsoring a live event down there, so make sure you check us out. Hey, we up out here, though, man. Thanks, everybody, again, for checking us out. It's your boy, that's what Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
That dude, my money.
We up out here, man. Peace. I got my man Mike the Dizz, Detroit in the building. What up, dog?
Dude.
Woke up quick, thank God for a new day. Call my bro Slim, he just touched down from the A. Hey, man, I ain't never been a trap nigga. It's 10 o'clock, my phone jumping like a trap nigga. Boy, I'm in my zone, no 2-3. Hit a Royal Pain, we about to make a movie. Money in the air when my niggas come around. When the bands get the poppin', it's about to go down. My favorite letter G, favorite color green. Lanes take 10, y'all fucking up the scene. Ride through the city and something they never seen. Top peel back like a fucking tangerine. Believe that. I'm doing 20 with my seat back. This Remy got me buzzing like I'm trending. I should tweet that. Cruise control, the gas pedal, I don't need that. You run up on me, homie, and it's 40, you gon' meet that. Cause the boys in Detroit are always tall. You come talking that trash, they'll fool your car. They know nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit. My channel froze like a polar, when I fly with the solar. Shit, I'm trying to keep my feet up, I might hire a chauffeur. Yeah, I know you smell me, all that money, my odor, no stressing, we flexing. My niggas know we taking shit over. By any means, the illegal or the legal way. Jesus say he hungry, we gon' eat, nigga, either way. Look, man, I ain't fucking with you whack niggas. Whole squad out for the chicken like a fat nigga. Cause the boys in Detroit are always tall. You come talking that trash, they'll fool your car. They know nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
I'm from the deep where shit get real and ain't no talking, bitch. These niggas crazy, you'll get blue just off a jogging fit. These bitches love them, they fuck them but never caught a bitch. They chasing chicken, if they rob you then give all that shit. Forever Linwood, but I been moved out my hood. I was all around the city, so no wonder I be good. Cause my niggas bout that action like I wish a bitch would. Chicks hate to see me winning, they ain't think a bitch could. I can't fuck around with them fake niggas, and sit around just wait niggas. I'm potting after your cake niggas, that's the type of shit that make me hate niggas, for real. I ain't got a lot of these niggas, let's be real. Rocky realer than a lot of you niggas. Fuck with mine, then I'ma have to body you niggas. Fake niggas clicking up cause it's a lot of you niggas. I hold it down for my city, we the shit. Pull it down on mic, we was making this shit. We was singing like
this. The boys in Detroit are always tall. You come talking that trash, they'll fool your car. They know nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
the livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.